I'm Joan Kelly for Red Carpet Diary at the Visa Screening Room. Director Marc Forster was at the Toronto International Film Festival, where Krista Herman spoke to him about his war epic, Machine Gun Preacher.
Gerard Butler stars as an ex-con on a mission to aid orphans in Sudan. But when rebel armies attack, he must draw on his violent past to protect the children.
They burn it down. There's nothing left. It's over.
Get off your butt and build it again. You hear me?
Said gonna be a revival tonight.
Wait. See what weight gets you.
Wanna see a revival. Yeah.
This place does not need more guns.
Why don't you fight the evil in this place your way and let me fight it mine?
It's an incredibly remarkable, inspiring story, and Sam is that as a person. But he's also, he's colorful as well. You got to say, there's a lot of laughs in this movie. It's funny, but it's so much heart, and it's brutal, and it's hard to take. It's all these things, and it's exciting as well because he went on this incredible adventure that when I start telling people, when I start describing the story, sometimes I forget to tell them it's a true story, and they're like, oh yeah, right. So he was a drug addict, and then he went to Africa, and then he built an orphanage, and he was a preacher, and you go, it's a true story, and like, oh wow.
You know, when I met Sam and I started to hear his story and I started to understand a little better what was going on in Central Africa, it just scared the heck out of me. And I didn't know if I could write it, and I didn't think that I could capture it correctly. And for a long time, I shied away from it. But eventually, there was no option for me not to write it. I had to write this movie because I had to do it for the kids in Sudan.
We had an incredible experience because the people were just so kind and the children were so open and willing to, play and be there. So it was just a fantastic experience. I was like it was very hard, but at the same time opening. And Africa has a very interesting side to it. If you've ever been, it's like it's like the kindle of mankind. Sort of that kind of affects you when you're working there.
Oh, I'm going into every war area that I can go into and rescue children. But it's not just about Sudan. It's about anywhere in the world. We got a serious problem in the U.S. with drugs and alcohol and sex trafficking. I'm actually starting some work in Somalia right now. I've already went into Ethiopia. So it's about rescuing children around the world. But the thing that I want to tell everyone, there's still in Darfur alone over 6,000 children dying per month. And it's caused by a murderer that's in office, the president of Northern Sudan, Bashir. This man needs to be taken out of office. He's caused a genocide. He got war crime charges on him right now, but he laughs about it. He thinks he's untouchable. But I believe the world's going to put focus on him because of this movie.